Hello, this is percentage lesson 1.5. In this, I will discuss percentage increase and decrease. Now, when I say percentage increase, I simply need to calculate increase is what percentage of base, that is B, I'm just writing. So we know that A is what percent of B we used to calculate in the previous lessons, A by B into 100. So increase is what percentage of base, that would be increase upon base into 100. For example, 80 to 100, I need to calculate the percentage increase. Now you can see that increase is of 20. We only need to calculate increase, that is 20 is what percentage of 80. So 20 is what percentage of 80. This is 20 by 80 into 100. That is 1 by 4 into 100, 25%. So it means that from 80 to 100 there is a 25% increase. Now here is very interesting thing. Whenever you need to calculate percentage increase or decrease and the numbers are simple, very important, again I am saying, when the numbers are simple and you need to find the increase or decrease, you can always take the ratio. You can always take the ratio and then calculate the percentage increase or decrease. Can I say that 80 to 100? These are the simplest number. Now I can take the ratio. 24 is 80, 25 is 100. Now I can simply calculate in percentage increase from 4 to 5. Now percentage increase is simply increase is what percentage of base. Increase is of 1. 1 is what percentage of base, that is 4. 1 by 4 into 100, again that is 25%. So very important, whenever the numbers are simple and you want to calculate percentage increase or decrease, you can always take the ratio. Now 100 to 80, what is the percentage decrease? Now percentage decrease is simply decrease is what percentage of base. Decrease is what percentage of base, that is B. So here the decrease is of 20. Decrease 20 is what percentage of base. So how to calculate decrease by base into 100? Decrease is what percentage of base, simply means that decrease by base into 100. So there is a decrease of 20 from 100. So 100 will be considered as base. 20 decrease from 100, 20 by 100 into 100, that is 20%. Or simply, as you can see that the numbers are simple, we can take the ratio. 25 is 100, 24 is 80. So we can easily find the percentage decrease from 5 to 4 and the answer will be same. You only need to calculate the fraction. What fraction? Fraction is decrease is what part of base. So decrease is 1. So decrease of 1 over the base 5. So this is 1 by 5 and you know that 1 by 5 is how much percent? 20%. No need to write into 100. Just simply calculate the fraction. 1 by 5, that is 20%. So from 100 to 80 there is a 20% decrease. Now next is 90 to 50. What is the percentage increase? Now you can see that the numbers are simple. We can take the ratio. 33 is 90, 35 is 150. Now rather than calculating 90 to 150, what is the percentage increase, we just calculate 3 to 5. What is the percentage increase? Now percentage increase, I told you that increase is what percentage of base. So increase is of 2. 2 is what percentage of base, that is 3. Now we need to calculate 2 is what percentage of base, that is 2 by 3 into 100. Now no need to write into 100, we just understood in our brain. 2 by 3 is what percentage? 2 by 3 into 100 would be how much? 66. 2 by 3%. No need to write, it automatically understood. 2 by 3 into 100. Now 150 to 90. This is 5, this is 3. Now we are just calculating the percentage decrease from 5 to 3. There is a decrease of 2. So percentage decrease simply means that decrease is what part of base. Decrease is of 2. 2 is what percentage of base, that is 5. Now 2 by 5. We know that 2 by 5 into 100 would be how much? 1 by 5 into 100 is 20%. 2 by 5 into 100 would be 40%. So it means that from 150 to 90 there is a 40% decrease. So very important, whenever the numbers are simple, you can always use the ratio to calculate percentage increase or decrease. Now 320 to 520, what is the percentage increase? Again numbers are simple, we can take the ratio. 0 to 0 is cancelled. Now 4 8s are 32, 4, 13 ja 53, 52. Now we simply need to find the percentage increase from 8 to 13. Now percentage increase, as you know, that simply means that increase is what part of base. Increase is of 5. 5 is what part of base, what percentage of base. So 5 by 8 into 100, we automatically assume in our brain 5 by 8, just need to calculate the fraction to percentage. Now we can divide this as 4 by 8. We can break this as 4 by 8 plus 1 by 8. 4 by 8 is half, means 50%. 1 by 8 is 12.5%. So it means that 62.5% will be our final answer. It means that from 320 to 520, or you can say that from 8 to 13, there is a 62.5% increase. Now the next is when the numbers are not simple. In data interpretation, you will find such kind of numbers when you can't take the ratio. Now we will come to our basic concept. What is the increase? 65 to 143, there is an increase of 78. Now we simply can't take the ratio because these numbers are a bit difficult. Although we can take the ratio, but it's not necessary that every student will be able to find the ratio in this kind of number. So better we will solve by the basic concept. As I told you in the first slide, percentage increase is what percentage of base. That is only thing we need to calculate. One method was that increase by base into 100, but that method you can use when the numbers are simple. When the numbers are complicated and you need to calculate in a faster way, the better method is common sense or logic. Now we simply need to calculate increase is of 78. 78 is what percentage of 65, that is base. So 100% of 65 is 65. I need to reach 78. Now how much more I need? I need 13 more. So 13 is what percentage of 65? Now you can see that 13 is 1/5. 13 is 1/5 of 65. And you know that 1/5 is how much percent? 20%. So can I say that 20% of 65 will be 13. If you add this is 78, and here this will be 120% of 65. So can I say that 78 is 120% of 65. So my answer is from 65 to 143, there is a 120% increase. Next is we need to find the percentage decrease from 180 to 67. Now first we will find the decrease. Now decrease is how much? You must be able to calculate verbally without writing. 180 to 67, there is a decrease of 113. You need to find this without writing. Now as I told you, percentage decrease is simply means that decrease is what percentage of base. So it means I need to find decrease. My 113 is what percentage of base, that is 180. 180 is the base because I am finding the decrease from 180. So simply I need to find 113 is what percentage of 180. Now you must know the table. We will use 100%, 10% and 1% method. Now if you know the table, you can break this part as 108 plus 5 is what percentage of 180. Now 108 is how much percentage of 180? Now 180 10% is 18. 180 10% is 18. So 60% would be 18 into 6, 108. So simply 108 is 60% of 180. How I reached? Because 10% is 18 multiplied by 6 both sides. 60% would be 108. So it means that I can break 113 as 108 plus 5. How I reached there? That you will learn by practice. So this is 60% plus 5 is what percentage of 180. Now 1% of 180 is 1.8. Now 5 is almost 2 to in between 2 and 3%, because 2% of 180 would be 3.6 and 3% would be 5.4, because I just calculating 1% is 1.8, 2% is 3.6, 18 to the 36, 3% is 5.4. So this 5 is between 2 and 3%. So can I say this 2 and 3%? Between 2 and 3. So answer would be 62 to 63%. And whichever is the nearest answer, you have to take that answer. Now important part is that you don't have to write that much in exam. You can do all that part without writing in your brain. If I have to do, I will do this much part in my brain, and that is what you need to learn in order to calculate the faster. Next is 240 to 147. What is the percentage decrease? Now you can see that first of all decrease is of 93. Now I know I only need to find percentage. Now I know that percentage decrease is simply that decrease is what percentage of base. So I simply need to find 93 is what percentage of 240. Now I should know the tables, basic tables of 24. Now 24 ones are 24, 24 fours are 96, and 93 is nearer to that. So I simply break that. This is 96 minus 3 is what percentage of 240. Now 240 10%. 240 10% is 24. 4 times 40% would be 96. So can I say that this is 40%? 96 is 40% of 240. Now 3 is what percent? 3 is approximately 1%, because 241% is 2.4. So it means that 3 is between 1 and 2% of 240. So you can simply say that this is approximately equals to 1%. So answer will be approximately 39%. Now next is 173 to 568. We need to find the percentage increase. We are doing all this because that will really help us in data interpretation questions. Now first of all, what is the increase? 173 to 568. You can see that if we add 400, this will become 573. But we need to reach 568. So 573 minus 5 will give us 568. So that actually the increase is of 395. So from 173 to 568, the increase is of 395. Now we know that percentage increase is simply the increase is what percentage of base. So we need to find increase, that is 395 is what percentage of 173. Again we will use 100%, 10% and 1%. Now you know that 100% of 173 would be 173, and double of 200, this 200% would be 173 into 2. 170 into 2 is 340, and 3 into 2 is 6. So 346, and this is more than 346. So I will break this part as 346. Now how much I left? So 346 plus 49 will make 395. Now 346 is, we know that 200% of 173, the double of this. Now 49 is what percent? We know that 173, 10% would be how much? 17.3. Now 10% is 17.3. 17 threes is 51. So 30% will be equals to 51.9. Now 49 is very near to 51.9. So this is, we can take as 30%. So answer would be 230%.